Buckeyes about to kick it away and get this season started. And the Terrapins buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. The pitch to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25.
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Toss to the outside. Shows him the stiff arm. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He's got an open man. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Soft spot in the middle. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, running back on the move. Across the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch? And
into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Maryland! On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. And I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run the toss. Turning it on. shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires left. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Down he goes. The defense making a play, and they've knocked him out to a long field goal range. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pushed his way ahead, really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters. And
ball was loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but It looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll try to get outside. Picks up the first down, still moving. Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Using the quick game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result,
he'll off one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
He's now up to 75 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They're going to ride this running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rush is on him. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play-action fake. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
Still on his feet at the 25. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the op.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Maryland! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is...
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent? Keeping drives alive. Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Buckeyes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Give to the back. Finding open areas. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets the first down. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get them in third and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, third in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it. They were ready for it. They get the big pick.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Try to get it to the edge. He breaks a tackle. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. adjust when they're looking run. Now up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Snagged on the outside. It's Cox.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Terrapins have moved it inside the 20. The give to the tailback. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Terrapins line it up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Ready, go.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got his man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Leaves it with the running back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking to throw on 1st down. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. When the OC asked this quarterback what happened on that play, the QB's just going to say, hey, let's just forget about that one.
Let's just move on to the next play. Listen, these guys are human, right? They're gonna make mistakes. You don't want to make too many of those mistakes, but this guy...
Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20, just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. He's got 98 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Toss sweep to the right. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Runs through a tackle. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Bringing the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to the big tight end. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation.
Turning it on! They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Picks up the first down. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Finds the tight end. Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Quick spin on the right. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.